If you're a YouTube educator and you want the fastest way to grow your channel, this is the format that your YouTube videos need to follow. And what I'm going to show you in this video is the exact strategy that I used in order to become the largest creator in my niche in under a year. And for context, this was for my other YouTube channel, which is all about teaching people how to use Google Ads to grow their own business. And in that first year of posting content, we grew a channel larger than all of the other channels that are just focusing on Google Ads. And some of these channels have been active for well over 5 years. And the reason for why I was able to grow this channel so fast is because I put in place a very, very clear strategy for each of my videos. So for a successful YouTube video as a YouTube educator, your video needs to have these 4 things in place. And to start things off, you need to have a very strong hook, and that should be the first thing that you say. And this is where we introduce a problem that the user is facing, and we want to make sure it's something that they can relate to or something that interests them. So with your hook, it is important that you get straight to the point. As I said, this is the first thing that you should be talking about in your video. The second thing is that you want to highlight a pain point or a desire that they're either looking to solve or that they can relate to. Then also you need to make it clear that you're going to be giving them the answer to this problem or this desire that they want. And then after you've introduced the hook, you need to get straight into the teaching. And if you don't believe me about how important a powerful hook can be for your business, let me show you the difference that it can make in terms of long-term views on YouTube. And to really illustrate this, let's jump into a screen share so I can show you the difference. Now, as we said, your video needs that strong hook. And as I said, this is where you explain a problem that they are facing or something that they can relate to. And what I really want to highlight here is that the first 30 seconds of your video are critical. And what I want to show you here is I want you to look at the difference between a video with over 200,000 views in the first 12 months and another video that had under 600 views in the first 12 months. And for context, what I wanted to let you know is that these videos had the same type of edit, had the same audio quality, had the same video quality, and the success really came down to that retention rate in the first 30 seconds. And if you look at these 2 videos through here, you can see that this first video had a much higher retention rate over that first 30 seconds. You can see the second video, it just dropped down as soon as the video started. So you can see here the difference that this first 30 seconds makes in regards to the total views that you're going to get. And you can see here that this video had a better hook, which retained over 69% of viewers at the 30-second mark versus a retention rate of only 45% at the 30-second mark. So after you've planned that perfect hook and you've got their attention, you then need to focus on that promise of a solution. And this is where you will make it really, really clear that you will be showing them the 3-part process or the 5-part process on how to achieve that goal or solve the problem that they're currently facing. So you firstly need to introduce the problem with the hook. Then from there, you need to follow that up with a promise that you know how to solve this problem or help them achieve the desire that they're wanting to achieve. And a really big trap that I see a lot of content creators fall into is that they may get that strong hook first, but then what they do, they then go into a B-roll introduction and a long introduction about themselves. And what you need to remember is think about it for the user. They've come to YouTube, they're wanting to solve a problem or they're wanting to learn the process on how they can achieve their goal. You've got them with a big hook, but then you go into this long montage of you opening up your laptop with a cocktail or coffee while you're sitting by the beach, or of you driving your hired Lambo just to prove how successful you are, or with an upmarket beat. You can see that it actually just drives people away because people come to YouTube because they want to find an answer to the current problem they are facing. So forget about the intros, forget about the B-rolls, and just get straight into that teaching. First, you have that hook, which shows that you relate to the problem or their desire. You then have that promise that you can provide that solution. And then we come into that third part of the video where you have practical teaching that actually solves their problem or shows them the path in order to be able to achieve what they're wanting to achieve. And this is where you'll spend a good 80 to 90% of your video in actual practical teaching. Well, now what I would say with this as well is that you want to keep it to about 3 to 5 actionable points. If you've got a process which is going to be much longer than that, I would actually break it up into 2 or 3 different videos. And you want to have practical steps. So you really wanted those steps to be in a sequential order. You want to basically, if you're teaching someone how to complete something, you're taking them through that this is step 1, this is step 2, and this is step 3. Rather than just long talking pieces of you trying to prove how smart you are, get into actionable steps. And then also, where possible, I would use screen shares or practical instructional videos where you're actually showing people what you're talking about. And I always find that the most powerful combination, where when you give a teaching point, you also break it down into a practical example through either a screen share or a video of you actually completing that task. And then an often forgotten part of this point where you're going through the practical teaching, you always want to give an invitation for someone to be able to download some extra teaching or download some extra teaching materials. And the reason for that is so that you can also grow that lead into a lead for your business, so that if you wanted to go through and sell some extra programs, you can do that later down the track. And then after you've got the hook, you've then got a promise of solution. You then actually showed them the actionable steps to complete that task. You then want to finish the video with the next action steps or what they need to do now. And this could be introducing them to another video that they could go through and watch that's on a related topic. Or as I said, a great way of doing this is by introducing a lead magnet where they can access some extra training of yours so that they can then take that teaching off YouTube and complete it at their own speed. And as I said, a great reason for including a lead magnet is so that you can convert anyone who views your videos on YouTube to leads for your business. And when you've got them as leads in your business, the next step is that you need to create a sales funnel which nurtures them from a lead to buying one of your products. And to help you further with that, if you follow that link in the description below, you can get access to my 6-figure funnel building kit. And this is the strategy and the emails. You also get access to my email copies that I use that have built my 7-figure business. And if you want to get all of that extra free training, all you need to do is to follow that link in the description below. My name is Aaron Young from 7-Figure Coaching. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. Now, getting your YouTube videos right is the first step, but another important step is that you need to have high converting landing pages. And if you want to learn more about the data-driven principles that come from over 10,000 user tests that you need to have on your landing pages, I want you to go through and watch this training right here. Thanks again. I look forward to seeing you in this video really, really soon. See ya.